Mbira is an instrument that was banned for many, 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 many years in Zimbabwe. Before Zimbabwe was Zimbabwe and it was Rhodesia, you weren't allowed to play that instrument in general.
Now there seems to be, you're hearing about so many African artists who are young, who are making music. They're mixing their traditional music as well as with contemporary stuff, like you said, with the rock, the soul. Do you find that now there are more people who are interested in your music because you have things like artists like Neka or even like Fela the musical? Lots of people are thinking about Africa now.
People have always been receptive to my music. I've been blessed that way. Thank you, Jah. But what I do find is that there's a lot more younger people, which is very, very beautiful. There's a lot more younger people who, and someone said it earlier on before, that the younger people, they are the children of the generation that had to open the doors, So like when I was, because I'm 34 now, so when it was like 14, 15 years ago, and I was like 19, 20, the people that were really listening to what I was doing, like who would like really support the, if I was going to a festival, if I was doing like a huge cathedral performance or something like that, the people that were really backing up what I was doing were people who were like all sort of 15, 20, 30 years older than I am. For a long time, I was the youngest person in the room, like all the time. And I mean, to a certain extent, I don't know, it didn't really worry me because I'd been surrounded by older people for such a long time, especially like my parents' friends and stuff like that. But like in the last like 10 years or so, I've seen like a significant amount of younger African people claiming, and not just young African musicians, also musicians from other part of the world who are young, who are saying, we understand this sound.
So you're from Zimbabwe, but you were born here in the States originally, right? How does, I guess, those two worlds mix and kind of influence your music?
A lot, because I mean, for example, I play mbira, which is a traditional instrument from Zimbabwe and other parts of Africa. But then I'm mixing my sound with a lot of rock, and then I can't put reggae in the same because reggae is ours, so But I'm mixing it with a lot of rock. A lot of very jazzy sounds. The musicians as well in the band come from different parts of the world. So, and then also I'm singing in Shona and English, so I'm bilingual. So my music is definitely affected in that way. The other thing also is that mbira, for a long time, is an instrument that was played in the very traditional sense. And even when a lot of mbira players were writing their own music, it was always in the same sort of sense. But I tend to go out and like I'll compose songs in a way that I hear other music as well.